It's weird. We're not getting any sound from the simulator. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be in time and space. Oh, there we go. Last two times I've started this. Oh no, you know what? This is Simulator 2020. I clicked the wrong thing. Duh. Habit. So I have no real plans. I've been checking it out for the last, couple hours and yesterday, and I have no, I don't want to just sit down and get like into the career mode and start doing all that. I want to make myself available to show you anything that you want to see, any screens you want to see, settings you want to see. So, yeah. So don't be shy. If there's something you want to know, if I can answer it, I will. I've been messing mostly with graphic settings and the Nvidia control panel and trying to get the thing to run decently at the moment. Okay. I have started the right thing. I was so surprised that they dropped it this weekend. And I wasn't expecting it. I signed up, and next thing I know, it's the very next day. The only problem I've really encountered that's kind of like set me off a little bit has been the flight planning. And it's really cool. I mean, they got the EFB in there, and you can, do some swanky things, and I'll show that to you shortly. But at the moment, it's not doing SIDS and stars the way that we're used to in 2020, where you can just quickly set the flight plan to be IFR, and then immediately you have your approach and departure and arrival stuff that you can add, plus transitions, And as you're clicking through things and looking at different SIDS and stars, it's automatically updating. Great, it's playing sound and music. Far out, good. So that's working. Yeah, the last few times while I've been doing setups, just no sound starting and no music. Make a live cast when you're starting. It's just a little bit uncomfortable if it's just completely silent. You've got no bed music. You've got nothing. Now, I may not have the settings optimal yet. A lot of it has been experimentation. And one thing that I'm discovering, everybody's raving, and it's fantastic. DLSS in the anti-aliasing and Nvidia's frame generation possibilities. And there's so many wonderful things for people to use now to really make it look as good as possible. And so the pros and cons of doing that, if you think there are any, and I've discovered some. One of them is trying to do 4K. Trying to keep it full 4K all the way through the pipeline to YouTube. And when you use things like DLSS, the render output changes. And you no longer have access to your rendering slider. I'll show you that in a minute. Let me make sure I have the chat room in sight here in case you come in. pop that out. There we go. Put the chat over here where I can kind of see it. Really bad about that. So yeah, again, I'm here. If there's something that you want to see when we get in here, questions that you have, menus that you want to see, whatever it is, please shout it out and let me try to show you whatever you need to see. So this is telling us, hey, look, not everything is in here. And that's why I have to remain optimistic about the way that the Citizen Star thing is working, because I don't know. I'm only assuming at the moment. But at the moment, if it doesn't, if we don't have options like in 2020 to just quickly scroll through them and have them visualized, then that's kind of a big step back. So what we have available this test weekend is World Photographer, Career, Free Flight, and a challenge race. Okay, so what I was saying about the Nvidia control DLSS in anti-aliasing. You can see that I'm doing 3840 by 2160. All right. And I have a render scaling slider, which I can ensure that it is outputting 3840 2160 in the render, and that's making its way out to OBS, where it remains canvas size and output size 3840 by 2160. Okay. So we can be certain, mostly, that through the whole pipeline process from the simulator through OBS into YouTube to your screen, that those are the pixels being pushed with no alteration. Just raw filter, raw pixels, okay? So look what happens when we add DLSS. Now it may cause it to look better, but when we add DLSS in any way, super resolution, and now you have different options. Our render slider is gone. Okay, and you can change the super resolution, performance, ultra performance, DLAA, auto, quality, balanced. Okay. Now, right off the bat, it's like, well, that's magic. That's fantastic. Right? But we don't have access to the developer screen at the moment, where we can check the pipeline and see the render as it's going out. With 2020, you can at the moment still. Well, you always have been, really. And when you add DLSS in, it changes your render output, sometimes significantly all the way back to 1080p. So it's messing with the pixels and it's doing its magic, and it's going to provide you probably a mind-blowing experience. But my concern only right now is to get these pixels through YouTube to your eyes the same. So if it's outputting in its render is finally 1080p, then what's the point of me setting OBS, canvas, and output to 3840? In my head, by that logic, I should be dropping everything in OBS down to 1080p and only streaming in 1080p, which would probably be, on a performance level, woohoo, for the computer. But again, that's not what I want. Yeah, I'm being unreasonable. Adding in frame generation. At the moment, testing with 2020, when I have DLSS on and frame generation on, sometimes it helps, sometimes it hurts. If I take DLSS off, go back to TAA, make sure my render scaling is 3840 by 2160, and I turn on frame generation, in 2020, that's cut my, right now I can't access it. It's cut my FPS in half. And that makes no sense to me, but that's the way it is. So I'm leaving that off mostly too. On the latency thing right now, I'm testing it as off. In the Nvidia control panel, I'm trying to cap things mostly to lock it to the monitor VSync to 60 frames. I don't need any more than that. I'm already pushing the system as hard as it can go to get a 4K stream all the way to you. Let's miss. In here, I'm using the under dynamic setting. We now have a frame rate target in here as well. I would like it to say like it to stay 60, but there's something about that people have been discussing, and I've been discussing with other people. I have no conclusions. The jury's out, but we've been talking about Thomas Edison, and he's saying all you need is 48 frames a second to simulate reality. That our eyeballs don't do more than 48. So in a weird way, pushing things at 60 frames or faster, you're actually inducing a visual state that the eye, I mean, it looks faster, but you can't, I don't know, you can't discern it. It's, you know, it might be moving faster, but all the detail, you just can't absorb it. I don't fully know. That's the discussion. So do you need more than 48 frames to just make it believable for your audience the way, you know, real life looks? So that's been the discussion, and at times I've been trying to, you know, the frame target, as long as we're at 48, that would be ideal. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Here's all the features, the settings we're used to seeing in 2020. I'm trying the AV1 encoder, and I can't say at the moment I'm happy with it. And Nvidia is not even recommending it. And OBS, when you do a setup, it's not recommending it. But everybody's like, it's the future, man. You need to understand how AV1 works. Okay. But I'm finding out that things in 2020 that I can leave fully open and just have all these settings cranked to ultra. Not a problem with the H.264 at the moment. I have to throw absurd bitrate at it, but I have it. I switched over to fiber optic for this exact thing. So I can throw 50,000 kilobits a second at it and everything's fine. But this weekend I was testing AV1, and I'm probably going back to H.264. I'd rather just throw raw power at it, I guess, than having to keep trying to fiddle with it. And then in OBS, under stats, do I have that available for you to see? I think I do. Let me open my stats. With H.264, I really rarely ever have any frames missed or skip frames due to encoder lag. Again, through the entire pipeline, every single stinking pixel is making it to your eye. But here with AV1, no matter what I do, it always induces a render lag or an encoding lag somewhere, and it's not visually perceivable for the most part. Sometimes you can catch a micro stutter, but then the point of AV1 is to compress better and better and better images at a lower bit rate. So I'm down into the 30 megabits a second. And it's still doing this thing. And in the settings, under the output, ideally YouTube wants 2. I've been leaving it at 0 because I'm actually trying VBR instead of CBR. CBR actually seems to make it a little bit worse. VBR kind of smoothed this out a little bit. And I'm no expert at all with OBS yet at all. So I'm doing my best. Keeping these all at best quality, high quality. No matter what encoder I'm using, if I try to do 2-pass encoding with full resolution to just try to make sure you see everything perfect, this is where it bombs out. No matter what I do, the system can't handle it, or I don't know the secret to 2-pass full resolution encoding yet. This causes everything to redline. Okay. Any questions about this stuff then? We go back in here, you see that I've been struggling with FPS with this with 2024. Again, it's an alpha. It's probably not completely optimized, yada 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 yada. But I'm finding that this is it's working this computer really hard, and I'm having to scale back on all the settings where I can. Back to OBS, back over to the simulator. So right at the moment, turning things down, I'm not doing outdoorsy stuff, but I'm constantly doing outdoorsy stuff. And so trying to tailor everything in the graphics to what you're doing. So if I'm going to go camping, and I bought the camp out utility, so I can go camping. And when I'm setting up and doing all that, yeah, I'll crank all these back up to ultras. And then I don't need buildings, so I'll turn all that down. So you need to be proactive. There isn't like one setting for everything, unless I guess you have the best of the best of the best, sir. And you don't have to worry about anything. You just leave everything at ultra. Well, us mere mortals, to get the best enjoyment until we can afford the best of the best of the best, sir, we have to be very proactive with changing our graphics to apply our ultras where we need them. A lot of this may seem ridiculous, like, why'd you turn that one down? Why'd you turn this one down? Well, the last flight conditions, I guess. I usually always try to leave the clouds on, no matter what, even if we don't. I don't really, you know. That just kind of goes against what I said, but the weather can change. Clouds should always look the best they can for the viewer. Leaving the texture resolution high on ultra. Right now we weren't over any water. I'm leaving the ray trace shadows on because I want ray traced content. I've never had an RTX build before. Right now I don't need any darn reflections. I'm looking at the environment. All right, let's see where we are now. It says here, and I know you can't see it, I've got an Nvidia overlay, which is actually probably hurting FPS too. But just sitting in this menu right here, I'm at 60 frames. And I don't know if that's all my capping stuff, but 60 frames. Chat room. Yo, Rent-A-Cow. Check out Zion National Park in Utah. Thomas. Hi. Thomas, hello. If you have any questions, if there's anything that you want to see, any menus, anything, let me know. Right at the moment, the first request from Rent-A-Cow is to check out Zion National Park in Utah. And while you're in the chat room, I can easily click on your name and go to your channel and subscribe. Thanks for stopping in, Thomas B. I like your logo, Mr. Empire. Okay. As the English say, chuffed. And that is a term meaning happy? Overjoyed, thrilled, surprised, in a thrilled way. Like, I was chuffed. Oh, cool, okay. And that's how I feel about 2024 so far. I'm pretty chuffed. So, what's the quickest way to find Zion National Park? If I go to Google, I can get coordinates. Or Bing. Zion National Park. Pull up a map. What's this? There's Pine Valley. It looks like it's a pretty big area. Next to a place called Hurricane. But I'll pop a pin in it and copy the coordinates and pop those into the simulator right here. Select that and we should be on our way. So, according to Bing, this is the area of Zion National Park. That look right to you? Thomas, the game language. I think you're going to be happy about this. I think you can change the game language. They're introducing communications into the game. Let's see where the language would be. Accessibility. User interface and font. Subtitles. Language. Ba-duh. Interface language. Spoken dialogue language. Authentic air traffic control language. Let's turn that on. Uh-oh. Right at the moment, I can't change it, but it's here. Thank you, Thomas. Yeah, so it's here and it's available as an option. I just can't select them at the moment. Maybe it could be because I'm not back at the main menu. Try that. Nope, that doesn't affect it. Okay, but it's here, so I'm guessing there will be other options. Also, they're going to add in communication. This is really interesting. They're going to, and they allow us to enable voice chat in the simulator. We have our output device and our input device, push to talk, microphone sensitivity, convert incoming text to chat, speech to text, enable text chat message display time, convert outgoing text chat to voice, translate other players. They've added a universal translator into Microsoft Flight Simulator. Read what it says here. Adjust whether incoming messages from other users should be automatically translated into your language. Let me go out to the internet though and type in MSFS 2024. What languages? Nothing specific's coming up. It's all being buried in team answers questions, feature improvement summary, everything you need to know. But I'm not finding any particular topics out on the internet at the moment that just say these are going to be the languages. Okay. All right, so here, I'm going to turn up the quality on the rocks and stuff and drop the other stuff. So we want our terrain level to be stupid. I want it to be everything we can. Buildings, we don't have any. Try to avoid them or don't pay attention. Trees, ultras. Plants, go with ultra. Rocks, ultra. Grass, ultra. I didn't see any big areas of water, so I'm turning the water down, leaving the shadows on. Windshield effect. I don't need it. Now this is the way light bounces on the side surfaces of things. Just going for eye candy. Go ahead and turn that one up. We don't have any bodies of water. And I'll leave that there. I think this is going to make everybody really happy. The EFB. Reminds me of the old FSX icons. And you can pop that out and put it where you want it. And resize it. This is kind of the new flight planning screen. So it reminds me of SimBrief with this kind of stuff. Including tankering? I don't know what that means. All right. All right, let me copy that. I was hoping we were going to get a hangar, and I still do. You know, here's our pilot log now. In our logbook. But I really want a hangar, and I want to collect things in the world and put them in my hangar to show off. And be able to, since we can walk around, be able to have your friends hang out and have a beer with your camping stuff, break out the cooler and sit around your hangar, and we could talk about stuff. All right, here's how you can change the size of the EFB in general. And I've got mine set to horizontal. Unit of measure. Favorites bar, add a favorite. Here's the atlas, so here's the screen. And you can now access information, right? So this is recenter an aircraft, map settings, nearest airports. Cool. So now you can pull this up. Display chart on map. Weather, runways, frequencies. There's the METAR. Cool. Cool. Visibility, air pressure, temperature. Things that we've been talking about lately. Cool. Recommending a runway. Cool. Heading dimensions, elevations. The type. Cool, you can set it right from here. And then this is more apps. Settings, notifications. Okay. sugarcane. I'm really glad that you got hooked up in Discord. I got to make sure that you're added in as a friend and do all of that. Incorrect fuel mixture. Cool.
Los Angeles Center Cup graphics Sierra picturing also is type cup graphics CC 1907 miles west of 0
I don't know where the mixture is in this thing. All right, finally, I think got my. Well, that's not working now. Before I crashed last night, I was trying to get my drone come up and work right. So it's blown out all my camera controls. Maybe it's those camera controls are set to the plane you have chosen as well. Man, that took forever. Let's see if it's still using the ones that were. All right, so it's still using the Microsoft default ones. Hot air entry. Still don't know where the mix is. They've got like a pull and twist down on the controls. So normally you put your mouse over it, and you still can. You can roll your mouse with left and right to move the knob. You can now left click on the knob and just go back and forth. Look at how fast you can change our heading now. That's pretty cool. Pop, huh? The Badlands. Badlands, Sergeant. It's not as bad as Nevada or Utah, but man, I would not want to be on horseback hunting down bad guys in this stuff. Pretty, but man. Sure. All right. It says I'm only doing 35 frames, 36 frames. That's fine. It looks fine, but... And it's running 99% GPU and 23% CPU. So right now, yeah, all the load is on the GPU. Plus, I'm streaming. But with 2020, I'm able to usually sit at 55, 60. So I think at the moment, and I won't know until I get some more RAM, but I think that what I'm going to build up to try to say here is that the minimum specifications that they have posted, when people come into the chat room and they're constantly saying, will my computer run it? Will my computer run it? Well, if you're not going to be doing recording and you're not going to be doing streaming, yeah, probably. But other than that, you might really want to seriously consider a better computer. So anybody that's in the mid-range to low range, look, if that's all you got, that's all you got. And I get it. I was on my Dell mid-range for the last 5 years. Just couldn't afford anything else. But I think if I was still on that computer right now, I think I'd be hating life. And that computer still meets the minimum requirements for 2024. But until I go take that computer back away from the wife and contest that, that's just guessing. Okay. So what do you think, Sarge? Looking pretty good. A lot of the photogrammetry doesn't seem to be fully implemented yet. Wow. I would imagine the hunting is still really good in Utah. Because, with the exception of the Intrepid, I don't see a whole lot of people like, yeah, this is where I'm going this weekend. Like Colorado, there's just aren't a lot of, a lot of the people aren't going to go up into places like this. The Dream Lifter at Memphis. Trackside Tales and Games. Let me subscribe to you and I'll do my best to translate that, and I've never heard of it. So, and let me Bing it and find out what I can and see if I can get some coordinates. All right, Trackside Tales and Games. Hello, I'm your host, some dude. A dude right after my own heart, calling himself a dude. And I plan to start a YouTube channel based off being a dude. Lufthansa Flight 813 Airbus, A310 Fiskar Airport to AI TAC International, Atlas Air Cargo. That's some wild visualizations. Got some train stuff going on. You got some neat content. And I am now subscribed. Okay, so you want to see something called a Dream Lifter at Memphis. So what does Bing say when I pop that in there? FedEx to begin weekday flights, blah, blah, blah. The Boeing 3 Dream Lifter at Memphis. MEPHIS. I don't know if you can get it in the alpha unless you go through all the career stuff. You're only limited to 3 planes at the moment. Memphis, Tennessee, Wikipedia. Airport. Got it. So, in the career mode, now I don't know, I haven't progressed through it. Maybe later in the afternoon I'll go ahead and start working our way through the career stuff. See how far we can make it. But it doesn't look like you can get a hold of that particular beast until reputation update. Mission rewards, +2 bonus for each mission. Insurance, +2 reputation discount. Well, nice. Thank you. Okay, so under certification, you don't get that plane. If that's it, the one that looks like a dolphin? Until up in here, or somewhere in here. Jet engine rating, airline transport, jet airline transport, and then heavy airliner rating. I haven't even made it over here yet. So just you do your first basic training stuff, which I've done like 2 of them so far, maybe 3. And then you do have to pay with your credits up here to take an exam, but I guess you can repass the exam or try taking it anytime you want after that for free. And it says aircraft available after exam. Cessna Skyhawk. Okay. Now going back to advanced levels, we have to do now these. Go back. As I'm understanding it, now to work your way up to the next level, you've got to do missions. Let's see what specialization says. All right, so here, airplanes. This is where we're at. First flights. We have to unlock these. There's cargo transport, super heavy. All right, passenger transport airline. All right, so now to advance to get to do these specializations, you've got to come over here in missions. And now that I've done 1 or 2, it's opening up quite a bit. So when you first start, you get 1 of these things down in your map to pick. And now it's opening up a lot of different ones. They're all basically the same. Taking Lisa and her father above Air Force Academy. Discovery flight above Palmer Lake for Amy. Calhan sightseeing tour with Michael. Taking Taylor and her fiance above Calhan. Short flyover of Penrose for Nancy. So it's generating all these missions near your home base. What you choose as your home base. And I guess the more you do these now, then it'll start opening up your ability to unlock the other things. But Memphis, I can do that at least. Oh no, we just crashed. Some people are very mad it's crashing. It's like, come on, come on, come on. It's an alpha. Just be happy you're testing it. I mean, somebody could be there, you know, oh, we got to reset the server. You know, I mean, you just don't know. You don't know. Is it something on my end there? It doesn't really matter. Just enjoy it. Ride the storm out. I'll have this thing back up in no time. So stand by. Hey, thanks for stopping in. And if there's anything that you want to see that I can deliver, I will try to do that for you. If there's any questions that I could try to answer, I'll do my best. Hope you're having a great weekend. I really look forward to taking some time and checking out the content on your stuff, and it should notify me anytime you post something new. Just now getting Discord set up if you're looking for anybody you might want to fly with. Looks like they're adding voice communications into Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know if we'll still need... I don't know how that's going to work with OBS. If I'll be able to... If we're doing voice communication, can I just pump it straight out through OBS through the game, or would it still be better to use things like Discord for chats and group chats, voice chats? Good, the music came back on in this one. Sometimes the music plays, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the start of this is really, really slow, sometimes it's not. It's not been entirely consistent. And I imagine these little gnomes over there, wherever they're at in Germany, where Soba's at, just flipping knobs and dials. Right here, gacking a little bit. So I'll be continuing my Skydude adventures career mode now. I was using NEOFLY up to this point and doing cross countries and world tours while doing jobs. And I made up to $9 million in NEOFLY, but now they've got this career stuff built in. So keep doing what I'm doing, and we'll just keep doing the career stuff. And that's going to be what I'm going to be doing, live streaming. Other than that, I like focusing on parks and lakes and camping. I got the camp out stuff. Of course, you plan to make a new video at a train station, some fast New York City trains, so stay tuned. Far out. That video is planned to come out Wednesday at the latest. That's awesome. Yeah, I can't believe they're getting to the point where they're going to start adding in trains. That they added in the live ships. That's crazy. That's awesome. But now everybody's like, yeah, dude, we want trains. The New York trains, I bet, would be crazy. All right. By the way, that's very cool. They're creating, in general, just an amazing sim. An amazing simulator that's turning into potentially like Microsoft Sims. Considering what EA is doing and how badly mismanaging, from some perspectives, how badly they're mismanaging Maxis, and they have. Everybody's trying to create like the perfect sim reality now. And we're kind of on our way to having our own little sim wonderland, because now we can get out of our planes and camp and there's Memphis Airport. I don't get any parking spots. What's happening here, dude? I'm really enjoying this transition, but again, I need to get things running more smoothly or see how they optimize things. The way it comes down, when it comes down through the clouds, it's really nice. Oh wow, something happened. Wow, thanks for subscribing, Mega Unweather. Wow, the chat just went crazy. None of this stuff was showing up. The last chat that I saw was Trackside Tales and Games. Why, thank you. And so I'm just now seeing this chat from Mega Weather. I want to see Hamburg in Germany. Okay, cool. All right, you bet. There's Henning. Good evening. The mountains look buggy. So you were back there when the mountains were going on. Let me go to your channel and subscribe. Mega Unwetter. I am subscribed. Yeah, a lot of the photogrammetry doesn't seem to be completely in yet. So the mountains, I can't say much. Are the sides of hills and mountains have elongated ground graphics? You know what I mean? I don't. Not yet. Of course, I plan to make new video. Okay, so we saw that one. Like, stretched out. Thank you for the sub. They're making trains. Okay, let me make sure that the chat is now down at the bottom. Thank you. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. The ground looks a little bit tore up right here. I guess I put us out in the wrong spot, and you see some of the photogrammetry is just not there. But I do have buildings down. We were up in the mountains. I turned all the graphics down for buildings. You can check your plane now. All those little pins that you see are areas that you can walk up to and click to inspect. And you can take off things like the pitot tube cover. I haven't found anywhere you can check your fuel yet for water. You can check your oil. Got a dipstick on this side over here, I think. Well, you do on the Cessna. So there's the dipstick. You know, based from here, I guess. These two. It says new oil quantity. I don't know what's going to happen when these things wear out. Like right now, if you click on the strut condition, new, you know, if I beat this plane up a lot, will these start degrading if you have that stuff turned on? And if so, are you going to have to replace them? Probably. It's going to come out of your credits. I think you have to be in the plane to use the drone. So Shift C. Okay, so Tennessee. All right, yeah, we parked way out in the sticks. They will wear out over time, yeah. And if you fly the thing really badly, crash a lot, I suppose, that you can speed up that process. Yeah. Why don't we find out by slamming into the ground? Well, the logic behind that is kind of undisputable. We would have to find where we have to check the realism settings for wear and tear. Okay. Visual assistance, damage. Disable crash damage. No. Disable aircraft stress damage. Disable engine stress damage. Icing effect. Unlimited fuel off. Turbulence realistic. G effect. Civil aviation pilot. No G suit. We're just a civilian. Okay. This is a big place. Dang. You don't have that option in here. Maybe you do. But you know that teleportation option that we were using where we could just spawn into the air? Up in the air? Where is that feature now? Isn't Memphis a hub? Also UPS headquarters. Llama Drama Farmer. Thanks for saying something in the chat room. And then I can subscribe to you. Let me go to your channel here. Thanks for stopping in. Llama Drama Farmer, you are subscribed. Memphis is a hub for FedEx. Yeah, it seems so. So in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, you have your little AI helper up here icon, and when you click it, you get a little button or a little area where you can click and have yourself teleport up into the air. You know, and for gliding, when I crash a lot, that's really wonderful to have. And I need to find something like that right now. There's the new replay tool. Okay, I've been hearing about it, but I haven't I haven't seen this until now. Timeline controls, camera recording. Actually, it seems very much like the other one. It was supposed to be improved. New and improved. Maybe it is, but it seems very similar to 2020. ATC. Plane is not set right. The controls are really kind of confusing when you switch planes. Unless you, and I don't know how to create a profile yet. I mean, you can obviously create profiles, but it's like creating 3 profiles. So like when you switch a plane, now you have like 3 different profiles that you can set. Duplicate, rename, clear, and delete. Duplicate, rename, clear, delete. Duplicate, rename, clear, delete. So I don't know what the dang answer is for this. See, same here. You click on keyboard, and now you've got like 3 options. Joystick. Options, options, options. So a lot of this stuff right now, I don't, my brain is not comprehending how this works. Somebody wanted to see some other place, so let me go back. Last place requested. Trains. You want to see Hamburg in Germany? Okay, Mega Unwetter. Yeah, let me do that. Don's Place Airport in Hamburg. Hamburg, EDDH. Loading in. All right, since we're doing a airport, let's go into settings and change our graphics to ultras for this stuff. So we will need buildings to be at ultra. Trees we don't need at ultra. Plants, nope. Rocks, nope. Grass, nope. Now we can up the object level of detail all the way to absurd. Now shadows are on. Since we have buildings, let me do the ambient occlusion. Okay, that's already at ultra. All right, now for traffic. Airport vehicle density, absurd. Ground aircraft density, absurd. Worker density, absurd. Road vehicles, absurd. Let me put us over it, and then so I can crash into the ground. You live only 3 kilometers from there, far out. I live very close to our municipal airport as well. A little bit of an echo on it. Okay. So it usually takes a minute, but when you turn on the rain, after a few minutes, it kind of, in some spots, accumulates water on the ground. So when you go down to the ground, you can kind of see some nice reflections on the ground surfaces. Oh, that's right, yeah. Burger LOL is from Germany as well, and he is a glider pilot student. Oh, that's supposed to be snow. Not getting it. Yeah, it is. No, not really, no. You can change the month. There's November. December. We were just in October and everything was... The trees, you can see the orange in the trees. There it goes away. September. August, July. June. And you know they go crazy with the world updates for Germany and the UK and everything else. So I expect that it's going to get even better. They really like doing the high res Germany and UK. So if it doesn't look good now to you, then I'm sure it will. All right, now we want to crash the plane into the ground or see if we can cause some damage. Try to stress it about killing us. All right. I don't know if I can recover. Overstressed. But then we have to restart. So I can't kill myself, or I don't think. Because then the damage is gone once we restart. So we have to survive it, right? Entirely certain. What are other ways that you can stress the plane? By dropping your flaps, flying too fast? Die in the Matrix, you die in real life. Dang it.
Roman Center ASXGS is type 1 miles southwest. Request flight on. Squawk 046.
Alright, let's not be so aggressive. Let's just get down and slam it to the runway. Speed brakes out and dive. Engine off. Engine's off. Haven't turned it off. I'm in idle. Overg positive as well as negative. Look at our tower. Now let's not back up and kill us, but let's hit it pretty hard. $50, $40. Oh, and it killed us. Well, I'm expecting that it's going to do what it says. And then there's everybody else that can that creates mods, that there are options to ensure that other systems can fail. You can set up things for failure. All right, anybody else that's coming to the chat that's new out there that hasn't spoken up yet? Is there any place you want to see, any airport you want to see? Is there any menu you want to see? Is there any topic you want to talk about? You've come here for a reason, just to see eye candy, your house. What would you like to see? What are the questions that you have? And that's what this is all about. I don't really care what we do. I'm just sitting here trying to make this available to you to learn whatever you need to learn, see whatever you need to see. You want to land hard, don't use flaps. Burger LOL says. I will remember that. You want to land hard, don't use flaps. You came because you're a flight sim fan and this is fun. It certainly is. And you're amongst flight sim fan friends, that's for certain. Some good ones in this chat room. Las Vegas isn't there yet. I went and checked out to see if it looked good. Nah, nothing's there yet. None of the lights are there. None of the photogrammetry's there. That's a real shame. All the procedurally generated stuff that, you know, it makes up. If you turn off photogrammetry, it would still give you the environment. So it does that really well, but no photogrammetry. I think a lot of you Explorer guys are going to really enjoy the photography stuff, and they're going to give you some national parks to start off with. Go back. So this up here, World Photographer, and I'm sure they're going to be adding more and more, like, you know, as they do, add more and more in. But they are going to start us out with these. From cold alpine mountains to scorching hot deserts, explore the USA's huge natural diversity through its notable national parks. Okay. So, sunrise on the Grand Canyon. And this is a 3-star challenge. Doesn't seem... Yeah, okay. Inside Yosemite Valley. Popular spot for hikers and rock climbers. The Grand Tetons. Postcard from Grand Teton. This is in Wyoming. Vast array of wildlife. Somebody said they were spotting bison in one of their live streams. So it's possibly, again, because this is a photo tour, a photo one, that they've got the animals all set up in here. Klingman's Dome Lookout. Snowy Mountains. Smoky Mountains. Makes me think of the song Smoky Mountain Rain. The fall foliage of the park is a vibrant burst of color. Long Peaks. View on the Rocky Mountains. High alpine environment. Rocky Mountains National Park is home to a unique variety of ecosystems. I did this one yesterday, flew over it, took a picture, learning how to do it. So, we've done that one. Glacier National Park's Red Mountains. Iron-rich minerals. This one I couldn't find yesterday. I flew around looking for it. And they show you on the map where to go to take the photograph. But I couldn't find this at all. And probably just too dumb. Me. Gotta be there, right? The waters of Crater Lake. So there is a camera tool, which they don't like walk you through here at all. They don't give you any instructional, so you have to go into your controls and get it. Bonus condition with the sun in the frame. Vancouver, Tokyo, New York City. I'm seeing it now. I got one. Go to Bartholomew. I'll get to them all right after this. Let me just jump in here. I think you use Shift V. Let me just pull up a camera, take a picture, and we're out. Shift V? Yeah. Okay, so from here, it's weird with the mouse. When you move your mouse, and you're going left and right and up and down. I'm going left and right, and it's going up and down. If I go up and down, it's going left and right. So these settings you're probably going to want to tweak because it's super infuriating trying to get your eyeball where you need it as it is defaulted. It's unintuitive. Okay. Align with horizon is the mouse button. Mouse wheel rolling forward and backward. Coffee cup's in the way, one moment. The exposure, T and G. Space, take photo, shift space, align with horizon. Okay. You should be able to use your drone camera. So let me use a... So let me go out of the camera, out of the cockpit, Shift X. No. Relax. No. Okay, the drone controls are just there. All right. They say you get more if the sun is in it. Ah well. Just take a picture. Take photo space. There we go. Objective complete. We'll do it again later with the sun in the frame and we'll get our bonus points. How do you even pronounce that? Bartholomew? Bartholomew. Pull that up in Bing. Bartholomew. Apps. The port? Bartholomew Port Sulphur, Louisiana? Vancouver, Tokyo. We'll definitely do that. New York City will definitely do it. So, you know, some places around the world have the same names. So right now, the first thing that comes up with Bartholomew is a port in Louisiana. St. Bartholomew. St. Bartholomew, all you must know before you go. St. Bart's. Caribbean island. Ah, okay. Ah. Oh, come on, you. Stop being difficult. Forgotten how to get the coordinates from here. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to get the coordinate. Didn't like that one. Okay, I found it. Sorry. Got it. Sometimes when you come in and you use a coordinate, once you've used the coordinates, now you don't have your pins on the ground like airports. So you, it seems you have to clear it out. See, now we have our options and map items. It'd be lovely. All right, now we have to go back in and turn the water all the way up and turn the ships and ferries all the way up and drop all the airport stuff. I mean, the airport, we can cut it in half. Try to make this look fantastico. But you can't pull up your camera in you've got to be able to pull up your camera in non-camera activity stuff. Makes no sense. Shift V wasn't working. Okay, let's go make it pretty. Okay, buildings, okay, we can put them to high. The water is important here. Trees back to ultra. Plants, why not? Rocks, yep. Grass, why not? And water. All right, huh? This is where we need the reflections up as much as you can. My opinion. And light shafts. This is so high. Air traffic, road traffic. As I understand, these new options down here enhance the look of the vehicles. Like, it's supposed to enhance the texturing, but you'd think that it would be handled in texturing, but it's not. We've got these extra options. So we'll try to make the cars look good. Sea traffic. Fauna. Okay. Okay. Level of... Oh, the plane. Hey, you just stop right there, mister. Of course, with this thing on. Okay, now you stop right there. Oh, I think I just heard a bell. Yarr. Where be the rum? That's too bad. It's some static photograph. The waves aren't... I mean, they are... In some places you can see the waves move, but we're not seeing that stuff come to life here. Oh, maybe it's just because I have it paused. Ah, well, if the plane crashes, it crashes. Terrain modeling is very, very nice. The music's gone off this time. Still not the smartest road traffic, but come on, that's... Can't complain. The rocks look good. Tomorrow is what for you? Oh yeah, the waves are frozen. Tomorrow's an important day for me. I don't want to miss it, so I'll see you next time. All right. Well, whatever it is that's important, let me double cross my fingers right here. Whatever it is that you're doing that's so important, good luck. Good luck, good luck. Especially if it's check riding or any airport related activities. Good luck, good luck, good luck, sir. Soon to be, we get to call you Captain. Aren't you allowed to call anybody who has actually got their licenses, their pilot license, Captain? We were in New York yesterday, and all the ships were running into each other. The cruise ships, they were bouncing around. We did see the waves. Got some lagging right there. So New York City was on the list anyway. So let's pop over there and see if we can get more active traffic. Okay. And we would also need to get to Vancouver. I definitely want to go. If you've ever seen that show, History Show Alone, where they send people off, usually to Vancouver, go hang out in the woods for a while. I signed up for that years ago, and I never got called for casting, which really sucks. Right at a time when I just wanted to leave the world. Like, this guy's gonna win, man. He just doesn't want to come back. I was writing him, if I win, can I use my winnings to buy that little square of land that I'm on and just stay there and stay the hell away from the real world? No, it was Boston that had all the... Well, we need to do New York City anyway. We'll do us right over Grand Central. These are the only 3 planes you start with, as far as I know, until you... I didn't work my way through the career stuff fast, so I haven't got up to airliners or see what other kind of planes you can unlock, if you can. I can't access the manual cache at the moment to ensure that we get a high definition map, so we just have to go with what they have for us. Let me let it sit here for a minute and see if it'll cache some stuff to us. It seems kind of laggy right here. I'll give it a minute, see if it smooths out, because that's what I imagine. And you load in and it's now dumping as much information as it can for the textures and whatever else is clouded. I don't know. Which way are we headed? Autopilot's on. Autopilot is on. So again, the photogrammetry I don't believe is going to be here, but all the buildings are here and they look great. Make sure we have chips and fairies on. I'm gonna turn off all the grass stuff again. Eek. But you have to. You don't have a super high-end system. This is the way you have to do it. You have to. If you don't have trees, you're just wasting FPS. If you're not looking at plants, you're just wasting FPS resources. Keep that cranked up. The terrain, we really don't need the terrain level of detail to be all that high for right now. But the objects, yeah, keep it all the way up. I'm not looking at clouds. We're looking at New York City, so I'm going to turn this all the way low. Leave the textures alone. That's handled by the control panel. I'm going to leave the shadows alone. And I'll leave the reflections up. What the hell? Oh, what? What the hell happened? The buildings kind of went into that almost like melty state. What? How did anything that I do just screw up the graphics that bad? Now they don't look good at all. What in the hell? How are buildings tied to terrain level of detail? All right. Just do a custom. Just set everything to ultra. I don't know. It seemed like it shifted. It seemed like it looked really good, but now... Are you seeing the same thing? Didn't when we come in, all the buildings looked a lot sharper, and now they kind of look like that Mad Max? Everything's falling apart. Everything went to low. Buildings are terrain if you think about it. I suppose. Shit. This happened yesterday too, where certain changes just wouldn't implement without that old-fashioned, like in the past, all of our games, if you made a graphical change, you had to pretty much restart the damn program. And with the simulator, we're allowed to change things a lot on the fly and have it just work. But like yesterday, it wouldn't kick in the VSync until I did a restart, and you get no prompt for something, things like that. Like you must restart the machine, restart the program. So now that I've just toggled everything to an custom ultra, let's do a restart. Try it again. Take it from the top. Gives me a chance to run off and grab a cup of coffee, and gives everybody an opportunity while this thing is going to be reloading here to step out, say goodbye, run off, take a little break, stretch, and it should be reloading now. Checking our stats, we've dropped 31 frames due to render lag, and we've lost 1,537 frames due to encoder lag. And I started the show by saying I'm messing about with the AV1 encoder this weekend to do these streams. I'm able to use a lot less bandwidth, but I'm not happy with it. I'm constantly losing a frame here or there, or encoders or whatever. And I seem to be better off for right now until the technology is far more implemented and better to probably stick with H.264 encoder. The Nvidia NVENC encoder. So I'll probably be switching back and testing that later, doing another live stream. All right, let me go grab that coffee and I'll be right back. Oh, we're at sea level. You would think that the mix is supposed to be full rich. Let me put the throttle all the way up and look at the RPM and start pulling the mix out until I'm right where it's going to drop off. Yeah, there we go. And so that's like a high altitude leaning right there. In my limited limited knowledge that anyway, whatever. Off the autopilot, sweep back down to see the Statue of Liberty. Here we go. This co-pilot is not so spooky. This one looks like she's actually blinking now. Some of these people don't, or the NPCs, I don't think they blink, and they look really scary, and their eyes bulge out. They look like monsters. All right, this is a super wish list nerd item, but since they can't do anything basically these days and add things in with the DLC, and I might be the only one who would want something like this, but I want a Spider-Man DLC. So when you're flying around New York, occasionally you see like the Hobgoblin fly by, maybe Venom, whatever, up to some shit, you know? And Spider-Man whooping that ass. See Spider-Man flying around. Yeah, I know. Stupid, but I'd pay for it. You can see the water waves. I'm hoping you can. You can make out some of them there. Pretty detailed. Her nose is awfully huge. Sorry, madam, but from this angle, your nose looks humongous. Check the chat. I'm missing anything. Nice idea. The Spider-Man idea. I have a lot of really dumb ideas I put in the forum. The person over there that does wish lists, they don't even like dealing with me anymore. They're always canceling my, Oh, wow. Hey, you take care. Wow, thank you so much. I can't wait to tell the wife. But actually tip me today. That's far out. That never happens. Well, in a blue moon, you know? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to get down on my knees and thank you. Can't thank you enough. Lost my mind. I can't think of what I'm doing. See, now again, it's like it's trying to impose photogrammetry. And it's looking shit again. It wasn't last night doing this. Yeah, this looks like crap. Okay, so the way we've been experiencing it up till right now, photogrammetry was off for New York City. If there's anything else that could be messed with, we turned everything to ultra. Our rendering resolution didn't change. That's fine. We're still 4K. Everything's ultra. All right, we'll turn that off. It still looks like it's doing it. Nah, something's screwy. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it at the moment. And I'm what's happening here? Why is that making the buildings vanish? Let's celebrate their first super on a live stream. Yeah, all right, I'm celebrating. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I don't know what's up with New York City, but it's kind of crap now. Or something is I have changed something. I'll go to the Nvidia control panel and I'll do a brute force quality change in the control panel. Crap. Draw distance. See, horrible. What do you believe? Will not do. Did it just end the stream? There. The stream still looks like it's running. I had a message pop up that said the stream had disconnected or something. Alright. Control panel. So in the control panel, I'm just going to set everything to quality. Like that. Yeah, so I don't know what has changed, but something has changed. I haven't figured it out, so I'll have to work on that. Nope. Nope, nope. And all the cruise liners aren't moving around. They were bouncing into each other yesterday. All the ships around here, not all of them, but a lot of them were just colliding with each other. So I was just sitting around watching the boats run into each other. All right, we were supposed to do Vancouver. So the History Channel show the first season of Alone was here in the Winter Harbor area, and they had all the contestants. Each one got like 5 miles around them, so they didn't really run into anybody. So they had people populating, here, over here, over here, guy over here, more people coming down this way. And I also got to fly around so much I found out where like the producers were staying. I'm like, oh, you make it seem like everybody's super far out there and they're cut off from civilization. And, they're right here. I mean, they have to be close enough by in case an emergency happens. So I like flying over the places where they say the show's at, and they would always use the map and like zoom down and show everybody where everybody is. They don't really do that so much anymore because of people like us that go and search out the areas. Autopilot. Good, she blinks. Beautiful. Trees in September, the trees in October. August. Missoula, Montana, next, please. Colton Paulson. Looks to me as if the distant LOD textures are loading. Hey, you have a great weekend. Thank you for coming into the live stream today, Mega. Happy to be subscribed to you. Colton Paulson, Missoula, Montana, next. Sure, not a problem. Let me go to your channel and subscribe. All right. Very dark. I don't know if we can see the aurora from up here. And then we need to go do... There's another place that we're missing still. I'm scrolling up and I'm trying to see what requests I missed on where to go. Okay, Missoula, Montana. Try to keep you waiting. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. See, now here, photogrammetry we know is on. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Well, now it's back. The microphone just wouldn't come back in and wouldn't kick back in. Can you do a 180? I want to see what your area looks like. Sure. Chris called on my daughter's phone and told me she's lost her phone and that for the moment, and that sucks. And she's wanted to leave it on silent, so that sucks. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry. I just got out of there. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I was supposed to do Tokyo. Let me do that real quick. That was a long time ago. Tokyo, thank you for your patience. Getting to it now. I don't know what I heard most of the freeware and payware stuff. It's up to the people to make sure that it works with 24, but I guess everything's supposed to translate over. I'm not real big on a whole lot of payware stuff. I'd like keeping things cheap. Get my coffee. Cheers. Here's to your health, well-being, and prosperity. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't, if you're out there watching and you haven't said hello or you haven't said hello in the chat room, okay, yeah. Come on, move along. And you haven't said hello in the chat room, then please do so, especially if you need more subscribers. It's really easy for me to click on your name and go right to your channel and hit the subscribe button on your channel. So, yeah, if you want a subscriber, you know, type anything. Hello, you suck, drop an emoji. Anything like that. And, I can quickly go. Makes it so much easier. Because sometimes it takes a while for the computer or the YouTube studio to show that somebody's subscribed to you. So, like that guy, I subscribed to him and he hasn't subscribed to me back yet. And, like, it's not like that. It shows up sometimes and then later, and then you're allowed to subscribe. They have an awesome airport. Look at how they got the traffic funneling right through it. Wow, with the tunnel? Where does that come out at? That underground parking or something? What the? What are we seeing? What's supposed to be happening here? Do the planes have liveries this time or just better models? I would imagine both. A lot better models. We're going to have systems too, like hydraulic systems. So I mean, definitely better models. Electrical systems, hydraulic systems. Is that Fuji way out there? Yes, so. So again, at the moment, no photogrammetry, and when it's being applied poorly. New York City was a disaster. Again, when I came in yesterday, it was mostly like this. It didn't have any of the photogrammetry on it, and all the buildings were there, and it was lovely. Kagoshima. So this place is very, very, well, for South Korea. This is, you know, one of those vacation spots that people like going to. Jeju Island. Got a lot of nice things. All right. Opening up the floor, unless you want to go see something again. Like go back to Missoula or something, but does anybody want to see anything or go anywhere? Any airports? Do you need to see anything in the menus, in the settings? If there's anything that you want to see, then please let me know. You know what I'm not seeing right off the bat is all the starred places. Landmarks and cities. I don't see any of the... Yeah, none of the starred places. Start asking, but when you have a second... Missoula, Montana again, just more? Sure. If you could, well, I can do that. If you could get the coordinates from a Bing map, like go to your friend's house and Bing Maps and just click, it'll give you the coordinates. And then I can spawn in right over it. Yeah. all I can do from here is say, well, here's Orchard Homes, here's over here by the community hospital, here's the south side of town. You know, where do I need to spawn? But again, you can go to Bing and open up Bing Maps and type in a street address even. And once you click on the map, it'll give you a coordinate. If I can show you that. Web pages. Web page 1. Try to open up Bing Maps. All right, so here's Bing Maps. And if you, like over here where I live, you click on the map, right click, at the very bottom, you get coordinates. And all you need to do is click copy. And then in the simulator, you come in here under search locations. Let me go back to the simulator. If you're trying to find something exactly, use that function, come right in here and paste that in there. Right? Click on it. It'll take you right to those coordinates. When I was trying to do the Alexander the Great tour, it was invaluable trying to find some of these spots in the world. Now I'm spawning in over near the... So let me look in the chat room and see what you have to say. Yeah, like that. Exactly. Exactly. Let's see. No, sometimes there's... Let's see, let me clear this all out. Maybe I didn't clear out the last one. No, that's... Or I didn't copy it, right? 46. No, that's not exactly right. Because if it is right, when you click it, and as soon as you paste it, it gives you a drop down to confirm it. Let me try this again. I can try to go that and find it here. Aha. I found it. I used those coordinates and kind of reverse I put it into Bing Maps, and I pulled up the coordinates in Bing Maps. Now it's not doing it again. What are you doing? Copy. There we go. See, if you type it in, you've got it correctly. It pops down the black box, gives you the coordinates again, and you click. There we go. All right. So that's it. Click it again. Have it center up. Oh, you. Normally, when you're down here, it's different. Normally, when you're down here, and you click it again and have it search, it doesn't jump back out. It just centers. That's the way it's supposed to work. So whatever. So I'll put in a bug report about that, or I can mention that. And since we're right over it, they put us up so high. I gotta figure out how to set the nav something so I can set my altitude. Okay. I went straight down pretty much from that point. And the birds. Like a lovely place. Big structure over there. A little bit behind where I spawned. Well, let me hang here looking in this direction. I don't know which way is behind me at the moment. Been spinning around too much. Look up and see what the plane's at. See the plane. There's the plane. Pause, dummy. That's behind, so I was looking the right way. Right below you. Like kind of in front of you, about 300 yards to the south. 300 yards. 300 yards. There. All I can think about when I see those hills over there, they look so lovely and smooth, and all I want to do is see them covered in snow and sliding down those things. These hills just scream for sledding, tobogganing. About half a mile in front. Man, these are some big houses. I do see the newer neighborhood. I was going to comment on it a minute ago, just a second ago, as I was flying over these, and I'm like, this looks brand new. Everything looks tidy. Plus, these houses look big. Look at how many sunroofs that one house has alone. 3, 5, 20 sunroofs. Definitely 2 or 3 stories with basements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 rooms on the upper levels. 2, 3, huge. There's the house with the sunroofs. Keep facing south. Oops. I can't wait to see what kind of world updates they give us now. Behind you a little bit, right? Somebody's barbecuing in the neighborhood around here. Oh, it smells so good. Oh man. Now I want to grab a beer and turn up some 70s music. Mind the ballpark? Like 2 more streets and you will see a newer Pro with the circle grass part. 2 streets. 2 more streets. And then I will see a newer Pro with circle grass part. Looks kind of like a circle area right here. There's that park. There's a farm. I can tell if it's a farm or a park. Park. That's a park. There's a circular cul-de-sac there at the end. Take our little RV. Alrighty, we found it. We're here. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. A good sledding hill right here. Looks like you had a nice little sledding hill in the park too. I mean, not tall, but safe for kids. Yeah, sled right down into the street. I think we have all the cars up. Yeah, we have cars all the way up. All right. Now, normally when I started the show, I said, okay, here's my pipeline. I wanted to ensure that on the render, you can't see the developer mode screen in the alpha test. But with 2024, when you switch over to Nvidia super resolutions and stuff, it drops your render output. Right now, you see that my render output is 3840. When I switch over to Nvidia DLS super resolution, I lose my render slider, so I can't ensure that it's 3840, and I know that it's not by having tested it. It's dropping it. So I can set it to ultra performance, DLAA, auto, quality, balanced, performance, ultra performance. Let's go back to quality. We can turn on frame generation or not. Doesn't want to behave today. All right. So I don't know how this is going to change the image and how you see things and how we see things. But do know that we're no longer pumping a stop. You. Now I've lost my way. That I'm no longer pushing out a perfect 3840 by 2160 resolution. It doesn't look much different. I'm getting better frames, so it's actually working. With 2024, sometimes it can nerf your frames. It seems to be working fine. Getting 54 frames a second. And I'm not certain if it looks better or not. Maybe a little bit. But I do know for a fact that at the moment it's not pumping out 3840. In the pipeline, it's like downscaling it, the final render, to 1440 or 1080p. So when it reaches YouTube, the final render is smaller. I can't tell the difference. Let's look at a tree up close or something. See if we can discern any difference. Okay. Okay. It looks pretty good. All these trees around here look pretty good. So, well, let me turn this on. And I have reflex low latency. Let me go ahead and turn this on to boost. See where we go. Oh, damn it, it unpauses. Oh well, still looking at trees. That's pretty amazing. Those tree leaves look fantastic. For it to be rendering out every stinking leaf. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, you're quite welcome. Absolutely. It is my pleasure. I don't want to be selfish with this. Not a lot of people have access to the alpha this weekend. So that's mostly what I'm doing. I have no interest in, I mean, not an interest. It's just, I can do any of this stuff at, you know, whenever. All right, so we're back to TAA. Got our render scaling back. We're at 3840. We turn on frame generation now? No. Oh, hardware acceleration is off. I was just going for sheer performance. That's why. Okay, so in the documents from the website and Zendesk and everything else, when you're just trying to get maximum performance, they don't want you to use frame generation. They want you to turn off hardware accelerated GPU scheduling in your display settings under graphics. All right. If I were to go turn that back on and restart the simulator, I can now access frame gen. Okay. All right, so let's go back now that we have 3840. Resume, hit the damn pause button because the damn thing won't stop. Find a tree with no leaves on it. All right. Okay. It looks like they're more, see how they're kind of fading in and out? In some spots anyway. So there does seem to be a difference, but again, it's doing some wizardry stuff, and it's tightening and scaling and doing some crazy things. The wizardry. Quality. I normally leave the sharpening lower because your eyes don't do that. I mean, you don't have super sharpening resolution when you're outside. Some mutants among us might, but mostly we don't. And then with atmospheric haze and humidity and everything else, things start dropping off in sharpening as they go into the distance, and you can't make out the detail. So normally I don't keep this or my monitor or television settings all the way cranked to sharpening. One, it actually over time does create a lot of eye strain. It can create eye strain. And so I'm usually down here in the sharpening. VSync I'm leaving on. The computer's already working hard. And I'm live streaming in 4K. I don't really need it to do more than 48 to 60. And after 60, it's just worthless, really. It's just a waste. All right, where are we at? Pause. All right, so with the DLSS super resolution on again, as we move into the trees, you see it doesn't do that like shimmering thing where it like transparencies them. So if you're going for a super, well, it kind of does there. What do you think? 40 frames. Okay. I don't know. I don't know that if I just sit there, I don't know that there's much difference. And I just in general, I like TAA. Um, I don't want to use anything AMD. Back in the oldie days, a couple of years ago, there was a topic about not even using anti-aliasing. When you're over 4K, they were like, in all honesty, if you're at 4K and you're pushing out that many pixels, you shouldn't need anti-aliasing. I don't know how well that argument holds up these days. Let's check. Well, without photogrammetry too, it's kind of hard to tell. But there might be something to it because we're pushing so many. Well, the ground is shimmering over there, so you're not getting any like. See how the textures are shimmering on the ground? But as far as like buildings are concerned, it's kind of true. All these years we've just tried pumping out better and better and better and better and better anti-aliasing technology to make images look better and better and better, and then the image finally is up to 4K or bigger sizes, and now there's like no need. Just keep sharpening things. But to see these individual leaves is really quite mind-blowing. Actually, let me fly around for a minute. From a plane point of view, yeah, it looks ugly actually. Without the anti-aliasing on, not too bad. Not looking this way anyway. Kind of crappy over there. But as you look forward, you get those shimmering textures. And it's just not real great. You look on the water over there, edges of the water. Oh. Okay. Yeah. So there was a woman that was way much older than this when I was at my home airport. And instead of walking over, she like floated over like in a horror movie. Scared the bejesus out of me. They're so creepy looking. Cool to have them. Weird. Jetfighter, hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping in the chat room. Anybody else who's out there, please say hello too in the chat room so I can go to your channel real quick and subscribe to you. I've got a button here, go to channel, opening up the Jetfighters page, and yeah, give me a high octane page. Right on. So along with the barbecue going on outside, me wanting a Coors, and then hearing that music, man, makes me want to party. Digital Death, Jet Engine Scream. Wow, you got some good content. Oh, you're playing the Sturmovik too. Man. A bunch of good shorts. Happy to be subscribed to you, Captain. All right. Is there anything that you would want to see while we're out here? So what they provided for us for the alpha this weekend is you have your world photographer activities, the career stuff. There's one challenge league stuff that this lasts 9 hours. Grand Canyon. I haven't done these yet. I haven't really done any activities or the career stuff because I didn't want to maximize the time for my own gratification. I wanted to make this available to folks like yourself who aren't in the alpha and you want to see what this is all about. And it could include doing these things, but at the moment people want to see things in free flights, airports, locations, things in the settings, more technical things. So if you have any questions like that or places that you would want to see, let me know and I'll load them up. Let's fly the combat jets. I haven't set it up, but let's see. They do allow you to use the F-18 Super Hornet in the but I haven't customized it. What are the minimum requirements for MSFS 24? Let me get you a link. Intel i5 4460 or an AMD Ryzen 3 1200 CPU paired with an Nvidia GTX 770 or AMD RX 570 graphics card. Additionally, you'll need at least 8 gigs of RAM. So that's what they say is minimum. So looking at some of the videos that you've already put together, I would imagine that you already have a computer that's at least significantly better than that. But they had a chart. Here's the basic mins in Zendesk. And let's see if I can find that cool chart that they had that goes over minimum, mid-range, and high range. Here it is. Oh, and I can't find that. Won't let me access the image. Why, you? Three days ago, view image. All right, this person at this link has the graphic that shows minimum, recommended, and ideal. Right here in the chat room. So recommended is Windows 10, DX12, Ryzen 7 2700, the Radeon RX 5700 series, 8 gigs of RAM, VRAM, 32 gigs of RAM, 50 gigs of storage, and 50 megabits per second bandwidth. Nvidia, Intel, Windows 10, DX12, Intel Core i7, 10700K, GeForce RTX 2080, 8 gigs, 32 gigs of RAM, 50 gig storage, 50 megs BPS. The ideal specs: AMD DX12, AMD Ryzen 9 7900X. I'm at the 78X3D. The Radeon RX 7900 XT, 12 gigs of VRAM, 64 gigs of RAM, 100 megabits bandwidth. Or Intel i7 with 14700K. The 4080. That's funny. They don't recommend the 4090. The 4080. 12 gigs of VRAM, 64 gigs of RAM. 100 megabits on the bandwidth. Okay. Let me go to settings and check out the flight controls on the Hornet. See if we have basic controls. Oops. Let me. I really wish Jorg would break down and let combat be a part of Microsoft Flight Simulator. But again, the way he's thinking is one world, and that once you got guns, people can figure out ways to shoot other people, and where there's a will, there's a way. We don't have to participate with anybody that's, there can be designated combat areas, and outside of that, weapons just don't work. So if your dumb butt flies within a range where, it's designated for multiplayers who are using weapons, then that's your own dumb fault. There's plenty of range, there's plenty of space. It's been a long time since I've been in one of these. No, don't know much. Don't remember much of anything. I know no, it's very different. I think your autopilot controls are over on this side with this one. Not there. Where are they? Hey, thank you. DCS needs some serious competition. I'm with you there. I don't know what's stopping somebody. He's saying he might not allow... He doesn't want combat, but he says that doesn't stop people from asking for the tools to create it. And I think that what he should do is allow us to have airspaces that are combat airspaces. He was speaking with one guy who's like, at least let us have the weapons and stuff for training purposes, you know, and have missions that we can do and use everything. But at that point, you know, now once you know how to use them, you want to use them on somebody. So we have to find that happy medium with everybody. I don't know anymore. I don't recall with the autopilot. I thought all the autopilot controls were in here with this one. Heading, ground track, roll, barometric altimeter, radar altimeter. Forget. Oh well. Just didn't want to make sure that I have autopilot on or anything. I'm only doing 32 FPS. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The hell? Up. Up, son. Up. Can't really tell you what happened there. DCS does not have a Super Hornet. MSFS already has the model done. Oh, I don't have a G suit on. I turned that off in the options because I'm a civilian pilot. So I'm in there in my civvies. I'm not even wearing a flight suit, and I don't have a G suit. So, but I think the plane was going down for something else. We're not moving. We're froze. We're something's wrong. We're frozen. Yeah. All right, for this I need the speed. Okay, so when you're doing something like jet fighters and the only thing you care about is speed, it behooves you to come in and do just the opposite of everything we've been doing. And you do now have a frame rate limiter. It's not a limit. I mean, you can shoot it for a ballpark, but under dynamic settings now, you have a frame rate target. So I'm going to set it to 60, try to get 60. And then I don't need any of this stuff. So the terrain, that'd be cool. This placement mapping, I'm still not sure what this one is, what this one does. But we don't need any buildings right at the moment here. Actually, in this case, I will go ahead and turn on the DLSS, which is going to shrink our render, but we can set it for high performance, ultra performance. All right, 57, 60 FPS. 60 FPS holding. Okay, you can see that it's definitely messing with the ground, but we're not paying attention to the ground. That's nice. Look at that happening. Holding 60 frames. 59 frames. All right, I've set it in here, and we're doing the 60, but let me go ahead and, back up. Go out to the control panel and make sure that the Nvidia control panel is now tweaked over for performance instead of quality. All right. I've just told the control panel to adjust for performance. Solid 60. Oh, whoops. We need a pilot like you in here doing these. Somebody who can give us a demonstration of what all this stuff does. $59 holding 60 frames a second. Not a problem. No G suit. Oh no. Oh no. Should probably turn that G suit on. Hilarious. Sorry. Thank God they're not real. I would owe the government some big bucks. Try to make sure the terrain, bump this back up, terrain level all the way, 400. The what happened to like the vectors or whatever they called it? We don't need road traffic. 400 knots. Five 140 knots. 550. Uh-oh. You can hear the, in my headphones, it's like the blood pumping in your ears. That was neat. So yeah, even with directing everything to performance, I don't think the graphics look that bad. And I had indiscriminately turned everything up custom-wise in the global rendering. So there are things that I just don't ever really have on. Like motion blur, I don't really ever have it on. Depth of field doesn't need to be ultra. Light shafts, I leave it ultra. I love anything to do with lighting. Like bloom, where's that stuff at? Where's the bloom at? That's weird. I don't see bloom now. And lens flare. You're not looking at ambient lighting flying this fast. Still 60 frames. The reflections in your mirrors suck, though. Uh-oh, lost control. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Nope. Couldn't pull out of it. All right. Is there anything else anybody needs to see that you would like to see today? Any place you'd like to see? Airports, your house, anything in the menus, any questions that you have that need to be answered with regards to 2024? It does. It really does look good. I'm really excited about it. And you know, right now we're dealing with an alpha. We're not dealing with all the best graphics. It's not optimized. A lot of places are missing all the photogrammetry still. Las Vegas looks like crap. You know, we're not even, you know, so then they're going to deliver world updates and city updates. And, you know, I expect we're going to get some amazing things over the next 4 years as we got from the first 4 years with the Sobo. I expect the same thing, even better now. So I am really looking forward to spending the next 4 years with you guys. And this is going to be pretty damn amazing. I can't wait to try shared cockpits and hang out with pilots that have good experience. And I'm really interested personally in trying to be somebody's co-pilot for a while. Not that I can fly, but I really want to learn how to handle all of those activities. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And they've added in they're adding in voice communication, and they're adding in an universal translator. So check this out. Communication, voice chat, push to talk, microphone, convert incoming text to chat. Translate other players. Adjust whether incoming messages from other users should be automatically translated into your language. Spock, that's remarkable. Indeed, Captain. Like 39 days, somewhere in there, 39, 40 days or less. November 9th, maybe November 19th. Let me double check. Oh, this is exciting news. If you have Bing rewards, if for whatever reason you created a Microsoft account and you use Bing to search and you occasionally purchase things from the marketplace or the Microsoft store, chances are, and if you've never used any of your building reward points, you can use whatever Microsoft reward points you have to redeem for Microsoft Store gift cards. Some people have so many Microsoft rewards, they were able to purchase the collector's edition of Microsoft Flight Simulator with reward points. I was able to get the standard version for $50 off. I'm not interested in the deluxe. I'm not interested in the other ones. I don't need 130 planes. I don't know how to fly 10 of them properly yet. With 2020, I went and got the digital deluxe premium, whatever, to help Sobo out. But this time around, I didn't need more than a standard. I paid $20. So make sure that you check and see how many reward points that you have, and even if it's $1 or $2, anything in this economy, you can get redeem those for a gift card and get the 2024 for cheaper. Let me check on the date. November 19th. Since you've been in, we haven't looked over any of this. I haven't gone back to this to show anybody anything. The headquarters. This is where your certification tree is at. So for rotorcraft over here, for commercial pilots all the way up to airline rating. So here's the tech tree for the career stuff. And once you start this, you have to actually take tests and spend your credits up there. See how in the upper screen it says Kenny has 30,000 credits? When you go to take tests, where's the testing stuff? Was it here? Was I there? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Private pilot license airplane, your first test, it'll say something different here, like take the test. And it'll charge you, I don't think it actually did or deducted anything, it may have. But you pay for your exams, but once you paid for an exam, you can take it, as I understand, over and over again. And then this unlocks specializations. Okay, so you come in here, you take a test, it unlocks some specializations, and then you got to do missions to keep advancing level. So we come back in here, specializations. We unlocked the first one, which was first flight. Introduce your first passengers to the pleasures of aviation, yada, yada, yada. We're at level 1. Now we go back. So to unlock the next specializations, we've got to complete missions. And now that I've done 2 of them, it's unlocked all of these. And these are just simple, like flying locals to see things. Rocky Ford Discovery Tour. Taking Taylor and her fiance above Calhan. Taylor Swift and her football fiance. Taking locals over to Manitou Springs. So just doing these short little missions, and you get experience, and you build reputation too. I got a pop-up earlier today when I came in that said I had earned some reputation, and that's like +2 off my insurance. So building up a strong reputation doing these missions and doing them all correctly. Not only do you probably earn more credits, but you also get a better rating and reputation, which is going to help decrease costs. And these are all just around the airport that you choose as your starting place. I haven't seen it anywhere where you can go in and change your home airport yet. I haven't really looked for it, but it hasn't jumped out at me. World map filters are over here now. Map legend is here. Your legend, there it is. Map layers, satellite view, blend view. It's not blend. And then filters for like RNAV and fixed positions, your nav aids, runways, friends, points of interest, cities, landmarks, airports, heliports. Oh, that's weird. Normally when you turn on the... Well, it's because we're on a mission. That's why. We're not actually on the world map screen per se. I don't think. Yeah, you need to be in free flight. So the nice thing about 2024 is you don't have to zoom down to stupid levels now to start seeing a lot of these waypoints. You still got to get pretty close. But as far, they're populating a lot further out now, and trying to find particular certain waypoints was a real drag because you had to really get down in here for these things to pop up. And then if you're trying to build a flight plan, oh, we just crashed. And that's to be expected. It's an alpha test weekend. This gives me a moment to take a break anyway and lean back for a minute, grab my smokable, and say cheers to you. I'm happy to be spending my weekend here showing off the alpha. And somebody said to me that we're using an earlier build, that this isn't the graphically pretty one. It's okay. But they're like, yeah, the graphics are better. So that's reassuring. You're quite welcome. And again, I look forward to checking out your stuff. How long is this live stream been going? Probably stop this one, take a break. YouTube doesn't like it when they're too long. It's hard to edit and do anything with them. 3 hours and 34 minutes. Yeah, I should probably end this live stream and get ready to start another one a little, like within the next half hour or so. Just it splits them up. After 6 hours, I think it's impossible to go back in and edit them. Yeah, and you have a great weekend too. So if you are liked and subscribed to me, you'll get a little notification when in the next hour that I start streaming again. And if not, you have a great weekend. I'd really appreciate it, though, if you did like and subscribe. And there's going to be a lot of other people that... there are a lot of other people this weekend out there that are also live streaming that might have the technical information that you're looking for with certain types of things. If not, anyway, I'll be back shortly.